Okay, those were a couple of time lapses I shot with the iPhone this morning on a kind of a cloudy day. And it occurred to me, maybe I'd bring to your attention the capability this iPhone has for shooting video. Turns out it's actually an excellent video camera. Let me make a few suggestions or things to look at. The first thing is, if you go into the settings menu and look up the camera, you'll see on video, you've got some choices to make for quality. The best, of course, is 4K. I think the least is 720. And that's a technical thing, has to do with the number of pixels you're recording and so on. If you're gonna leave the videos on the iPhone, use the 720. If, like me, you're gonna pull them off the iPhone, put them on the computer right away, then you really wanna use the 4K setting. It's the best. When you're looking at the iPhone, shoot video, hold it horizontally. Hold it like this. That'll fill the screen. If you hold it vertically, what's gonna happen when you play it back, you're gonna get two big black bars on either side of it. You should be aware that the camera that's on the back of the iPhone, the lens, is much better than the one that's on the front, the one you would use for shooting selfies. So you really wanna, to the extent that you can, you wanna hold it horizontally, and you wanna be looking at the screen and shooting with the lens that's on the back. If you want to get good sound, and you can get very good sound with the iPhone, go into the settings menu and you'll find a thing for voice memos. And if you tap on that, you'll see that you have two choices that are actually for quality. The way you got the iPhone, it's set for compression, compressed. And what that does is that it's trying to save space in the memory of the iPhone. What you really want to do is check the other option, which is lossless. And what that will do is it will capture all the sound, much better quality sound. And of course, you can use the headphones that you got with the iPhone. It's got a microphone in there. You'll get it's like having a lavalier mic. You'll get very good audio. Once you shoot video with it, you've got an app, and it probably came with the phone, and if it doesn't, you can get it for free. It's called iMovie, and what that is a video editor. And it's actually a fairly reasonably easy thing to use. It's almost intuitive. I mean, you gotta practice with it and learn to fool around with it a little bit to really understand it. But what it will do, it will string together scenes that you took and make a movie out of them. And it gives you the ability, doubtless when you're shooting, you're gonna have things where the camera is rolling and you're getting a picture of somebody's foot, or it's pointing up at the sky. It's got nothing. Well, you've got the ability with this thing to skip that, to delete it, and you can put together a movie. Finally, with the iPhone, you can upload video directly from the iPhone up to YouTube. And I think my sense of it is YouTube is great. If you think back to the day when we were all using Polaroids and Instamatics and 35mm cameras, you'd take some pictures, you'd get them developed, you'd look at them, your wife would look at them, and then they go in a shoebox, and maybe nobody ever sees them again. You know, shoeboxes get thrown out when you move and things like that. With YouTube, a lot of people can, if you choose, take a look at what you shot. They can take a look at your grandkids. They can take a look at the places that you've been and so on. And it gives me pleasure. Now, I make videos, and you can see them on this little program here. We're shooting a video a day for a month. And what I'd like to do is to be amusing and entertaining and informative and interesting, and I'd like to get a lot of viewers, but mostly I'm doing it for my own pleasure. And I'll tell you, if I happen to score where people take a look at it and say, I like it, I'll look at more of the stuff that he did, that to me, that is just great. And I'm not very good at this, I'm learning it. And there's a lot to go into it. It's an interesting and challenging hobby, but I'm quite frankly, I'm enjoying it. So if you're like me, you know, you're retired, you got time on your hands, fool around with this thing. I think you'll be impressed with the quality of the stuff that you get, and actually the ease of getting something. Really worthwhile. I mean, the camera came with these capabilities. You're paying for it, and you'll probably welcome getting something out of it. So anyway, that's today's report.